classic. I just, well, one left the gas station, so I'm on the way home. You guys are having a wonderful night or morning, depends on what region you're looking at this. I'm gonna wait a little bit like I usually do. We're gonna talk about some stuff that I read today. A couple people posted about it. A couple people tweeted about it. So I dropped a video earlier today, but I wanted to talk about this on the way home. It keeps me, motivated, and also trying to get the content out and also give my take on certain things. So make sure, if you have not, to subscribe to this channel, the Take It Home podcast, where I talk about professional wrestling topics. I interview wrestlers from time to time, and I also put up my matches as a professional wrestler, Classic Alpha. I've been wrestling for 13 years, so it's been a blessing. Also, subscribe to my second YouTube channel, C3 Ultimate Wrestling. We have a show around the corner, May 3rd, Press Star 3. Make sure you get your tickets on Eventbrite. Robert Brown, what's going on, brother? Lafayette in the building. What's going on, brother? Hope everything is well with you on the way home. About to talk about this topic in a few seconds, and I'm gonna get my takes and my thoughts on it. But yep, I hope you're having a wonderful night. Oh, man. All right. I'll go into it because I'll just go back and say it over and over if some people ask like what happened. So, basically, the family doing good, man. I hope your family is doing well. Arshawn, how's it going, brother? Listening, hope all is well. Yep, appreciate you, Arshawn. Make sure you guys also subscribe to his YouTube channel, Critically Drinking. Definitely has a lot of content that make you think, make you laugh, may make a few people cry, especially if they disagree with what you're saying. So make sure you subscribe to Arshawn's Critically Drinking channel as well. Now, a lot of people are talking about Nick Khan. Nick Khan is the CEO of WWE, and he doesn't do a lot of interviews. And no offense to him, I don't think a lot of people look out for him for certain things. They just know he's just the CEO. A lot of the wrestlers and other people, they are the personalities. They are talking about certain things. But from what I've seen from other guys and other posts, they say that this guy, he's a very cool guy. He goes out, he talks to the fans and everything like that. He engages, so that's a good thing. So when he said something, you know that it's something crazy, or it's just like wowzers. Arshawn says CEO. That's funny. All right, so he was on the interview. Please forgive me for not knowing the interview, but basically the person that was asking Nick Khan, they was saying like, hey, with AEW there, I'm paraphrasing too, by the way, there's a lot of opportunities for wrestlers to wrestle and stuff like that. It's not just WWE, just a mainstream company. There's also All Elite Wrestling. Now, sometimes when people talk to somebody that works for a company that's considered the competition, some people do this to be messy. Some people do to inquire, and some people know that they may hit them with a jab, honestly, and that's just one of those things. From my ex, I told him when I first started in 2012, Robert Brown. What's going on, David? But anyway, I'm sorry. I'm going to go back to the thing. So basically, the guy that was interviewing Nick said basically there's a lot of opportunities. Oh, Yella in here. What up, Yella? Car vlog. Yes, indeed. A car vlog. Live car vlog. So anyway, the guy asked Nick Khan, he said, basically, how does he feel about AEW? And then basically a lot of other guys and gals have big opportunities to wrestle, to do mainstream and also to be paid a little bit more, a lot more, whatever, and wrestling could help them out. Shout out to David from Brazil. So Nick Khan said basically that's a good thing for the wrestlers to have a great opportunity to wrestle and to be financially paid. And then he also talked about WWE. Here comes the cooking. He's sauteing right now. He basically said that when WWE hires people, they don't shelve them after they debut and stuff like that. Now, I'm like, yikes, because when you do look at AEW, they do bring in a lot of people. Some people have big wins. Sometimes people are behind them. You get your "this is awesome" chant, and then all of a sudden you don't even know where they at. They're like, "Hey, what happened? Y'all was just behind this person, and what happened?" Now, going to disagree with Nick because WWE and catering kind of go hand in hand. I mean, that's where people's joke came from when it comes to, oh my gosh, he's back in catering. I mean, even somebody who talked about what he said, they said Andrade looking at catering, shaking his head. That's the joke. When people say that somebody is in catering, that means they have nothing for them. So all they're doing is they're just showing up and they're eating the Subway sandwiches. They're eating the sandwiches with the olive on top. You know what I'm saying? But still, I got what he was saying, and the jab was effective because a lot of people are talking about it. Because he's basically, you know, that is the thing. I think that AEW does do a thing where they do rinse and repeat the same thing. It's like, okay, we're going to shelve you, or we're going to make sure you do it this way, and if you don't do it this way, we have nothing for you, which is weird because AEW has 5-hour events, pay-per-views, every pay-per-view they have. There's always 5 hours, but for some reason, you can't find nothing for nobody. It's crazy. Said I'm from McDonald's. Only thing about Nick Khan outside of WWE is his friendship with The Rock. Yeah, good friends with The Rock. The Rock has a thing on the board too. Like, share, comment. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. 2 hours too long. I agree. 5-hour pay-per-view should only be acceptable for like big events. Now, I understand Tony may feel like a pay-per-view is a big event, but still, not all of them. All of them should not be. I think that you got to realize that it'd be on Sunday for the most part. People have to go to work in the morning. They have to get their kids ready for school and stuff like that. And I know, what do they call themselves? The sickos, like the AEW fans. Now, I am a fan of AEW. I'm more critical on it than WWE, but I talk about all forms of wrestling. I won't call myself a sicko at all, because that sounds sick to call yourself a sicko. But still, I'm just saying, 5-hour pay-per-view, and nah, that's just not something I'm going to do. So that's one of the things that Nick said. So then they also talked about, still talking about the wrestlers having opportunities to wrestle and stuff like that, and how did he feel about it? Does he consider AEW a competition? This is where he started air frying Tony Khan. He air fried him with 2 comments, right? Y'all ready? He said, I'm laughing. He said, okay, once again, it's also good for people to do things and have something to do, because when their contract is about to end or they can negotiate, we can talk to them and we can see if we can sign them to WWE. Paraphrasing, but that's basically what he said. Bruh, are you kidding me? Dude literally just said, hey, let's get my wrestlers, let's get your wrestlers, let's put them all in the room, and let's see who are gonna leave with me if I give him a contract. Nick really just did some big bank, take little bank stuff. For real, bruh. Like, man, like I said, when Nick say something, Nick say something. Nick Shao Kahn is out here just messing people. He calling Tony pathetic and stuff like that. That's crazy. He ain't call him pathetic, but still. He like, bro, we looking at what you got, and we gonna get him more. We gonna get him an opportunity. And that goes into one of the things that I say all the time. The math of Khan. This is what I say all the time. What up, keep your 10-year. What up, what up, what up? But this is what I say all the time. I know a lot of people are critical of WWE. Even when WWE wasn't doing that well with certain things. That is still people's dream job to go. People want to wrestle at least one time on their wrestling bucket list. Honestly, that's one thing that people want to do. People want to wrestle. Thinking about Mariah May here, right? Mariah May was a Owen Hart Cup winner, and she also beat Toni Storm, who's like one of the hottest attractions that AEW have. But still, she is a one-time AEW Women's Champion and stuff. Like, she just had one of the best matches that people are saying, and now she's basically rumored to be out the door to wrestle for WWE because she always wanted to. Now, I'm not going to sit here and say that's everybody's dream, but a lot of people who wrestle for WWE, it is their dream. I know a lot of people don't like to realize that, and they don't like to think that, because They want to say like their company that they love to look at and stuff like that is the best. That is your opinion. You are more than welcome and more to be entitled to it. But still, that is people's dreams to be into the WWE. Nick knows that. Triple H knows that. Tony Khan knows that. That is some in my bag stuff. Like, you know, WWE is making record-breaking deals, merchandise, costs an arm and a leg to be at WrestleMania. Like, literally, somebody's lights is going to be off because they pay for WrestleMania. I'm just saying. If I do not respond to your comments, please forgive me. I am driving. I am trying to make it home in one piece. But still, I want to find Marcelo's face. Y'all funny. But still. All right, this is the second part. After he said all of that, he said respect to his father that basically finances the company and also finances the Jacksonville Jaguars. Bro, why is Nick Khan doing this? Why is Nick Shao Khan doing this? This dude literally didn't even say respect to the dude who owns the company. He said respect to the daddy. Now, many of us know Shad Khan is Nick Khan's dad. He is a billionaire. They own teams. They own soccer teams, football teams. I think it was something in the car industry that Shad did that made him a highly successful businessman. And one of the things is people talk about him. They talk about him because they don't talk about him in a bad way, but they're like, hey, you're the reason why AEW exists. It's not Tony, it's AEW. Now, that is disrespectful. We do know that Tony is the reason why it's here, but we also know that Shad, there's so many Khans, man. Shaka Khan, Nick Khan, Tony Khan, Shao Khan. It's okay. Pecan Pie, Convict Music, Akon. It's too many Khans out here, yo. But anyway, still, Shad Khan is obviously the main person that is giving a lot of money. I'm sure Tony has his own money and stuff like that, but people talk about it. When John Cena did the promo for against Cody, he said something like, hey, I made people millionaires and you taking them from their kids, something like that. You know what I mean? Still, but like I'm saying, Nick Khan cooked Tony, bro. He did not have to cook Tony like that. And it was subtle. Like, that's some confidence stuff right there to say, hey, you know, we'll take your people. We will take your people when their contract is up. We will take them. Not only that, we'll find something for them to do. And then you look at people like Ethan Page and Ricky Saints and stuff like that. They are having something to do. And I hope that it is consistent. You get what I'm saying? Because WWE does have catering for a reason. And I hope the food is good, you know? And I live off the fact of you're not going to give everything to everybody. There's some things that's going to be cut. Some things have to be changed and stuff like that. It's a revolving door when it's professional wrestling. But I don't know what happened. I don't know if somebody said something to Tony. Tony said something about Nick, and then Nick got mad. I don't know what it is. Somebody check on Tony. Check his Twitter, because he usually tweets about certain things. And the thing is, this is not even affecting Tony. It's not the only thing. It's not going to affect Tony. Ricochet, Richard O'Shea. Ricochet. He's literally like blowing a gasket on Twitter right now, saying basically they all effing suck, they're idiots and stuff like that. Why would you say that? Now, like I said about the Swerve and the Booker T thing, you're going to be loyal to the hand that feeds you for the most part. You're going to talk about certain things in certain situations. You're going to defend, especially if it's something on social media. But at the same time, you know, Ricochet does have a gripe because he probably felt that they didn't treat him the right way in WWE. And maybe he feels like they treat him better in AEW. Now, I'm going to sit there and say he had to find his footing and all of that other stuff. Now it works. But now he definitely needs to stay away from Twitter, though. He stay away from it, bro. Stay away from Twitter. But still, he felt a certain way about it. And I'm sure other wrestlers who work for AEW, they're probably going to tweet and they're going to talk about it. And then WWE wrestlers, they're going to talk about it too. Man, social media is just so crazy because everybody can say anything. Like literally, did y'all see the stuff between Jade Cargill and Naomi? Like basically, Jade Cargill said that she got shots in her butt. I sound so old. Jade accused Naomi of getting the shots in her butt, the BBLs and stuff like that. And then Naomi turned around and said the only back shot she get is from Big Jim. Man, it's supposed to be a kids show, yo. Like, what is going on? BET, NXT, WWE, Uncut. Like, people just saying anything on that Twitter machine, and it's crazy. Slick Rick. LOL, what was this? It's on. I'll send it to you. I'll send it to you because if I had, I had to clutch my collar. I don't have pearls. I had to clutch my collar. I was like, oh my gosh, this is how we going in the road to WrestleMania. We going to the SmackDown Hotel and doing stuff like that's some craziness right there. He said, Attitude Era is back. It's not back, Yellow. It's not back. But if this gives people personality, that's good. Because I like Naomi, but I always felt like Naomi's personality was I just needed more charisma. I think they hit a gold mine when she did feel the glow, and I do think they also cut that short. I think that had potential. I think she could have still been doing it. I mean, she do it from time to time, and now she's evil now, but still, I think that had more potential. I think she should have been a more multiple-time champion with it. People was rocking with it. People was dressing like her, the women and the girls and stuff like that. I do think that. Do you like pie? It was Glow Pie, Big Jim, Uso Penitentiary, crazy bars. Yes, sir, crazy. I built empires for billionaires. You just steal money from. Yeah, I remember, Arshawn. I remember you will remember it because you said you listened to it a lot of times. Yes, but still, Nick Khan cooked Tony, and I'm assuming that somebody told Nick Tony is saying something. Now, Triple H and HBK, they have sent shots to Tony, and Tony has also sent shots to them. I'm not that invested to be like who did what, but that's just like the spirit of competition. And also realize at the same time, there was a time where WWE wasn't acknowledging other people that was trying to compete against them, let alone really working with them like that. There wasn't a time. Now, they're saying stuff like, hey, we'll take your people and stuff. You know, Triple H has said something about him. The Rock, he just recently said something about him. Undertaker just said something about him not too long ago. So what Tony should do is should try to take advantage of that the best way he could. Honestly, it's the best way. What you don't do is you don't close your show and allow one of your wrestlers, Swerve, to say F somebody who don't even wrestle for the company. But I'm just saying, try to use that to the best of his abilities for people to just acknowledge that. Now the CEO of WWE has acknowledged you and cooked you. Now you have to go back. You got to go outside. Stoop Kid cannot be afraid to leave his stoop today. You got to get off that stoop. You got to handle some business, Tony. I don't know what you're going to say to him. I don't know if you said anything. I know you very busy on Twitter. This man really just went after you, bro, and said when your people contract is up, come holler at me. No, Nick Khan is Suge Knight. That's what he is. Suge Khan, Nick Knight, Nick at Night, whatever you want to call him. He said, if you don't want your boss all up in the media scrum, hugging you, trying to keep you to pay, trying to pay you extra to stay, putting you in all kind of stuff, stopping you and putting you on the shelf, come to Death Row. I mean WWE. Hey man, this dude really just Suge Knighted Tony Khan. Why did he do that? That should have been the thumbnail of this live. I should have put Nick Khan his head on Suge Knight's body, cause he really just Suge Knighted this dude. Why is he outside like this? I tell you why. It's WrestleMania season, man. Everybody is not gonna hold nothing back. This is the time to get people to be like, hey, these dudes is, in the words of Jacob Fatu, all gas, no brakes. And Nick Khan ain't playing either. Like I said, a lot of people don't be saying like he be like out there like that. He's a nice person. But the fact that he just said something like that, just blows my mind that he said something like that. That's crazy. Suge Knight, Shao Kahn, whatever his nickname is. Like I said, Convict Music and all the other cons. the mania taking hold. The mania is taking hold. Hey, when you got your boss, when you got the CEO going after another CEO, hey, bro. Hey, bro, this made me want to watch WrestleMania a little bit more. Like I said, I'll be at work, so I try to watch it to the best of my abilities, but still, Nick Khan versus Tony Khan. A conquest match or something like it. Book it. They got to book it now at this point. They got to book it because the man just went crazy on Tony. And he didn't say nothing too crazy. He just said small things. He just said small things, and it just, wow. And we already know that Tony's going to say something. Just that Ricochet beat him to it. You know what I'm saying? It's time to take your vitamins, say your prayers, and drink real American beer. They at least got to cut a promo. Yeah, I ain't American beer. Just seen it. Yeah, they wild on Twitter. If you don't want the CEO dancing in your promos, come to WrestleRaw. I'll show you a fool. Come over to the E. Oh my God. I know Robert Brown, he asked me something. Oh, tomorrow, man. What up, Leo? Hope everything's all right. Going on great with you. The Mathicon. Yapping. Thoughts on Tiffany and Charlotte Flair. Back and forth. I'll speak on that briefly because I just made it. I'm not that interested in the match. I do expect it to be a great match. I'm just not invested in it. They're too similar. I know one person people like and one person people boo, but I think the highlight of their feud will be that promo from last week or the week before where Tiffany said that Charlotte's going to be 0-3, and then Charlotte said that Kaiser was in her DMs. So, yeah. And those are things that they took out of the promo. So you can still find it, but that's like the highlight of their whole feud. So, like I said, great match, but I'm sure it'll be a great match, but it is what it is. Over, under on PMEs from Tiff. Pros and cons match. I actually like that, Yellow. 0-3. Woo. Yeah. Oh, excuse me. She said 0-3. Woo. Hey, man. She cooked Charlotte. I don't, like I said, I ain't been looking at the stuff like that, but she cooked Charlotte. And like I said, in one of my videos, that definitely was a low blow. Now, they're saying that Charlotte said something about Tiffany's body, and that's probably why Tiffany said that promo the way she said it. But yeah, that's some nasty work, man. Like, no, that's nasty work. Because, dang, I don't want to talk about it, but I do want to talk about it. Like, everything that culminated after the divorce, it was just more nasty. So I don't want to talk more about that because I think divorce is not a good thing to like go through and stuff like that. So I don't want to talk about it because I don't want to seem like I'm like making fun of somebody who's going through something that's a life-changing thing. But yeah, she cut Charlotte deep like stop to Miami. Arshawn, bro. We already got Nick Khan cooking, and then here you come with the sides, making the sides. It's Archon today. It's not Arshawn. It's Archon because he getting on people too. Then I will see. No, don't do it, y'all. See, look, man, y'all don't do that. But nah, still, yeah, I don't mind this kind of banter or whatever. It's not it is kind of a personal shot because he did like say respect to the dad. He didn't even say respect to Tony. He said respect to his dad. They're like, bruh, can you imagine like you don't want to, I don't want to shake your hand. I don't want to shake your father's hand. Like, to me, that's similar to Kendrick Lamar's Meet the Graham song. Now, I wasn't familiar with a lot of the stuff with the rap beef. I definitely was not. I knew they was beefing, and all I remember was like a couple songs, and then like They Not Like Us came out, and it blew up. So my homie Art, he said, hey, bro, when you go home or when you driving home, listen to Meet the Grahams. And I'm like, oh my God, Like, I know, and people don't talk about this song as much because They Not Like Us blew up, and that came out what the day after Meet the Grams came out. But bruh, Nick just said Meet the Cons and said I want to speak to your daddy, bruh. Wait, oh no, whoa, no, Arshawn, Arshawn, bro, bro, you did not, bro, you did not say she. I don't even want to say it, but I'm gonna say it. She won away from the 4 divorcemen. Oh my gosh. I'm sorry, y'all. Wow. I'm kind of mad I ain't think about that first. Bro, gotta be comment of the night. But still, like I said, I don't mind the kind of banter or whatever like that, as long as it's not like super personal and stuff. Like, to me, with WWE being the number one wrestling company and being the number one wrestling company for a long time, and him saying that just makes people be like, okay, well, he talking spicy, it must be WrestleMania. Like, people do things real different when WrestleMania is here. You know, it's this week, right? It's this weekend. So people say stuff different. They do things. They do a little edgy and stuff like that. So Nick Khan just being like that and being a big bully to Tony Khan is just crazy. Dear Shad, why you make him that bad with this terrible booking and making wrestling fans sad? Basically, that's exactly how Meet the Grams was. Still, I'm just saying it's good. It's great. It's, to me, I think it's in the spirit of competition. Even like him saying like respect to his dad, I can understand that low key is like a little bit. It's like a gut punch that's like close to the waist. So people are gonna say, "Hey, is that a low blow? Like, is that legal?" But still, I thought that was crazy. I thought he kind of cooked Tony, and like I said, Tony's gonna respond, and hopefully it's a good response or whatever like that. Because like I said, you're going to promote and you're going to protect your company. You're not going to let somebody just try to disrespect you and stuff like that. So I am curious to see how Tony is going to respond. um Today is Wednesday, so Dynamite already happened. So is Rampage still? Yeah, I think Rampage. So we'll see what they do. We'll see what they do. Nick did Tony like 50 did Lil Meech. The one and only Xena Williams. What up, Xena? I hope Xena. I hope I'm saying it right. I hope everything is great with you. But I am home, guys. I do appreciate you guys for rocking with me, laughing with me. Arshawn, you still got comment of the night. You still, I don't know. What up, Mark? But yeah, you guys know I gotta turn in. Tomorrow I gotta drop my kids off school and all that. Gotta get up a little early, go to work. But still, I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Yeah, I saw that too, Yellow. I definitely wasn't gonna read that out loud. Yeah, anyway, I ain't gonna be distracted. I hope you guys have a wonderful night. Thank you guys for rocking with me. If you do have a chance, do read the article and let me know what you guys think about what Nick said. And we even talk about how Tony will respond. Because we already saw how Ricochet responded, and we knew he was gonna crash out. Rick could crash out Shay. So I hope y'all have a wonderful day. Don't be a chicken jockey. This is Chris Classic. Let's take it home.